a Saturday afternoon video right here. New home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the Shadows Lair. And I'd like to welcome you once again inside the Shadows Lair. This is episode number 32 of the Shadows Lair series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you dare. And share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, smash that fucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. Yeah, I know my hair is all messed up today, so it's Saturday, so it's the weekend. I'm off anyway, so it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So if this is your first time watching, then if you're just floating around the internet and you see me live talk about the NFL and league where they play for pay, then welcome to the party, pal. Hope you like the content. If you do, hit that subscribe button on this very channel and my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. Smash that like button. Stick it straight up Roger Goodell's ass and Susan's ass too, and the rest of YouTube's ass. And I'll leave a comment down below or in the chat unless you're subscribed for 1 week only. I'm only doing it for sub-only mode for 1 week for now, but I'll probably put it back to 2 weeks. Next video I do, whenever that might be. Might be tonight, might be tomorrow. We don't know yet, but we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, so it's your first time watching. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channels. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, if you dare. And share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell so you get notified when I go live or do a video. It is pretty much what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, on episode 32 of the Shadows Lair series, thank you all for watching on this beautiful, warm, once again warm, Saturday afternoon, September the 10th, 2022. Big weekend of sports. We got college football today. Not that I'm watching any of it. We got football tomorrow after Thursday's destruction by the Bills over the Rams. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And also, we got more football tomorrow with the Niners against the Bears at 1 o'clock on, hopefully on Fox here in the Northeast. Then the New York teams, the Giants, play in Tennessee at 4:30 on Fox. And then the Jets play the Ravens at home at MetLife Stadium at 1 o'clock on CBS. So lots of football tomorrow, including the Sunday night game on NBC, the Buccaneers with Tom Brady and company taking on those Cowboys in Dallas, which should be a pretty damn good game. And we'll see what happens with that as we get to week 1 of the NFL, the league where they play for pay. And that's pretty much it. But I hope you're having a great weekend, a great Saturday. I'm having a pretty decent Saturday so far. Woke up from a quickie nap about 2 hours ago because last night I was in a lot of pain because I got the flu shot. See, I got the flu shot. Well, you can't see it now. You can see it. I got the flu shot yesterday. I got my COVID test yesterday. Negative, as always, because COVID can't beat me. And nothing can defeat the prophecy. Not even COVID. So, there you go. But I digress on that. So everything is good so far. I've just still got some aches and pains I gotta get out. But I think the nap that I just took kind of energized me for the rest of today. And I'll see what's gonna happen for the rest of today. It's only 3 o'clock. I was thinking about going out later, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. But it is what it is. And tomorrow's gonna rain, and Monday, and part of Tuesday. So today's the only good day to go out. So. Because tomorrow it'll be raining like cats and dogs. Good football weather. And then Monday's going to rain. And that sucks. And then part of Tuesday is gonna rain, so yeah, the late summer weather still upon us. Still in the 70s and 80s, 83 right now. So, but good stuff right now. Good stuff. And that's it. As we hit the middle of September, fall's beginning in 12 days. So there you go. And pretty soon we'll be talking about Columbus Day and that great holiday known as Halloween coming up in a few weeks on a Monday. That should be interesting. Monday Night Raw on Halloween with all those bastards playing, cosplaying as freaking wrestlers. And there you go. And that's it. All right. I want to do this really quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time live right now because I might have other things I want to do later today. So, right now, on episode 32 of the Shadow Slayer series, as the title says, we're going to talk about my yearly tradition with baseball, and now with the NFL, your NFL 2022 season preview, if you will. And as always, every year since I kind of did this channel, this channel really, every baseball season, every football season, I talk about the upcoming season, give you my thoughts and analysis and my statistics about baseball for the Mets, for the Yankees in baseball and in football, and pretty much it. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit, and then we're going to get out of here, and that's pretty much it. So as always, every year, well, most years, there's like a couple years I didn't get the book, but this year I got it. So as always, taking my statistics and my analysis from the Bible of all sports talk, the Pro Football Yearbook for this year from Lindy Sports, which you can order one of these right now if you want on lindysports.com, or just type in Lindy Sports and to get the book and to get all the statistics, like all this good shit. And then get the baseball book if you want when it comes out in January or February of 2023. And you can buy it at your local store if they have it, which is like, I got this for, it's $10.99 at your store, but I got this online, so it's, I had to pay shipping and handling, so I paid $13.99. It wasn't bad. So in January, probably in January, I'll be getting the new baseball book for the 2023 season, but we'll talk about that later. The Mets stink, as always. Now in second place for the first time this season, half game back of the Braves, who are just red hot right now. JD salivating right now, jerking off. That's not the only thing he can get. That's the only action he can get besides his cat, but, But I'll tell you right now, JD, your Braves can win the division, but you ain't going to go anywhere in the playoffs. You better not face the Mets in the first round, but you won't. If the Dodgers somehow choke in the first round, and then the Mets would be Mets Braves in the championship series. Oh, that should be fun. But we'll talk about that later. The Yankees were winning 6-0 against the Rays today. Big series with the Rays and the Yankees. The Yankees have a 3.5 game lead right now against the Rays, but they're winning 6-0 today. Unless they collapse today, and that 6-0 lead becomes 7-6 Rays, and the Rays could be 2.5 games out by today. But I think if the Rays take 2 or 3 this weekend, they have a good shot over the next 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks left of the season to catch the Yankees. But if they stay around 4.5 games, because the Yankees still got a pretty schedule. Got Boston on Tuesday. They should sweep Boston, but then again, Boston took 3 or 4 from them. So about a week or so ago. So not easy for you Yankee fans. Same thing for the Mets, but because now they got Miami coming up at 6:00 tonight, and then a 1:40 game tomorrow. So hopefully the Mets can win the next 2 games. We got Cookie Carrasco tonight, Taijuan Walker tomorrow. Hopefully they can right the ship. and not get too far back on the Braves with 3 weeks to play. 24 games left for the Mets, 25 for the Braves. So it's going to be a dogfight for the next 3 weeks, but we'll get there. All right, enough about baseball. Let's talk about football and that great sport, the NFL, and the league where they play, like I said, for pay. All right, so 2022 season is upon us. We started off this Thursday with the traditional Thursday night game, the Bills and the Rams, a big-time game, which a lot of people saying could be the precursor to the Super Bowl coming up in February, Super Bowl 57. 57, goddamn. Or, as we all call it, LVII. Few people like Roman numerals. So, it was I thought it was going to be a close game, but the Bills just came out firing on all cylinders, beat the fucking Rams to death. Really gave Matthew Stafford a tough time, lots of sacks, which Bills are never known for sacks, but, Von Miller and company just beat the fucking crap out of the Rams, and the Rams only got 10 stinking points, so the Bills won 31-10, so that's good for the Niners, but, not in my fantasy league, because I picked the Rams to win that game, but it is what it is, but I'll get my points back tomorrow. But we'll get that. So, but speaking of the Rams really quickly, I think they're going to be, despite this win, I think they're going to come back next Monday, I believe. Let me just get my stats here. Oh, yep. September 18th, not next Sunday, they play at home against Atlanta, the Falcons, or the Falcons, we call them. But the rest of the way, they have a pretty hard schedule, not great, but it is what it is. They play the Niners October 3rd on Monday Night Football. So I'll be hopefully I can watch it on Amazon Prime, or the NFL Network. I have Red Zone, so I can watch it on Red Zone, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to go between that and freaking Raw that night. Am I going to watch Raw that night? Probably not. I might go back and forth, or I might just not watch it at all and watch it on DVR like after the Niners game. But, yeah. October the 3rd in San Fran on Monday Night Football. Then the next time they play the Niners is October the 30th in SoFi Stadium, the home of WrestleMania 39, by the way. That's going to be a 4 o'clock game. I don't know. That probably will not be on Fox here in the Northeast because they never show the Niners. And I doubt they'll show them tomorrow. I have to check the guide if it's even going to play. But that's pretty much it. But the schedule is pretty damn hard. But we'll get that. I probably have the Rams at about 11, maybe 12 wins this season. And it's probably going to be a dogfight with the Niners for the division. And don't count out the Arizona Cardinals either, but it is what it is. But let's get to the Niners because I'm biased. And Niners are my favorite team since 2012, thanks to my brother from another mother. But it is what it is. So Niners coming off a pretty good year last year, but ran out of gas in the NFC title game. Which they were winning. And then really the fourth quarter came, and they choked. Really the second half they choked. But they had a great year, 12-8. Counting the 2 games, the playoffs, of course, where they wiped the floor at Dallas, 23-17. Then that miraculous snow game in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Robbie Gould kicked that game-winning field goal to win 13-10. Then he went to they go to LA where they beat the Rams 6 straight times. And then just ran out of gas, like I said, losing 20-17 right near the end of the game. Where what's his name? Jamarius Tartt had the freaking game in his hand, and he dropped the freaking interception. And then the Niners defense just fell asleep with stupid penalties, and Matthew Stafford just woke up, and the Niners defense woke up because as soon as the Rams took the lead, the Niners came on the field, and Jimmy Garoppolo stunk up the joint as usual. But it is what it is. But the Niners come in for the Redemption Tour Part 3 with a new look. New quarterback, Trey Lance, is now the starter, thank the Lord. And he looked great this preseason. Great. Niners went 2-1 in the preseason, where he stunk up the joint against Houston in the last preseason game. But nobody basically played. It was just the second and third stringers. Because nobody cares about, but yeah, they got destroyed by Houston. It was like 31-10 there. But like I said, the Niners come in with a new era. Kyle Shanahan still at the helm. And now Trey Lance is the starting quarterback. But still, somehow, why, I don't know, they kept Jimmy Garoppolo, and now he's the backup quarterback. Thank the Lord for that. And he wasn't even in camp. He was just on a different field, just thrown to nobody. So I'm not really happy that Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this goddamn team and could start if Trey Lance starts to stink. But I don't even think with Garoppolo if Garoppolo comes in like week 3 or 4, that he's going to replicate what he did last year. I just think they should have just ate the money and gave it to like guys like Kittle or guys like Bosa, who are going to be free agents next year at the end of the season, I think. Or give it to somebody else, get them like a free agent or something like that. But Jimmy Garoppolo will be off the books hopefully by the end of the year, or if they trade him during the trade deadline or something like that. Where? I don't care. Yeah, it runs. But it is what it is. But, yeah, so Garoppolo is going to be the backup in case Trey Lance stinks up the joint and gets injured. Hopefully not. So it's trade by the Bay this year. And, Niners had an interesting training camp. We didn't know what Debo was coming back because he was... there was a lot of stories with Debo saying he was going to go to the Colts. He was going to go to the Vikings. He didn't want to play for the Niners anymore because they treated him badly. A lot of crap. But, he got his money, 3 years, I forgot how much it was. 300, I think it was 3 years, $175 million, something like that. But he's back. He looked great in preseason, even though he did get injured a little bit with his knee, but he's going to be okay for Sunday. I can't say the same thing for George Kittle. That guy gets injured every start of the season. He gets injured or gets injured during the season, usually the first game. So Kittle's most likely not going to play tomorrow, even though it's going to rain like cats and dogs in Chicago tomorrow, with the start of the season for the Niners at Chicago at 1 o'clock, supposedly on Fox in San Fran, and hopefully here in New York. But they usually play 2 games, during the first week or 2 in the season anyway on Fox. So maybe, just maybe, I'll see the 49ers tomorrow. If not, I'll have to watch it on on Red Zone. But it is what it is. So like I said, George Kittle's probably not going to play tomorrow because he injured his groin in practice. How do you injure your groin? It could be worse. Remember that in going to baseball for a second, the catcher for the Nationals got hit in the nuts on a foul ball gone wrong, and he got swollen testicles, and he's out for the year. Sucks to be you. And no wonder the Nationals already eliminated. So the first team eliminated this year in baseball. So, but they were eliminated in June. So who cares? Marlins about to get eliminated this weekend anyway. So I could care less. But anyway, yeah. So Kittle's not going to play most likely. So that sucks. So I don't know who. Let me see who's the backup tight end. I don't even know. Let's see here. Well, it's Ross Dwelley is the backup tight end. along with Jordan Matthews, who's in a six year, but I don't even know who's going to play. So I mean, so yeah, you lose Kittle, who's always great during the game. Big part of that Niners offense, along with Debo and Ayuk, and some other guys here and there, Jennings and some new guys they got. But losing Kittle for the first game sucks. And but I would rest him because like I said, it's gonna rain in Chicago, so best to rest him until the home opener next week against Seattle to see Cox. But so let him rest up his groin because you don't want to let him get injured and he'll be out for the season, especially on a wet field. So that's gonna be I'm kind of like nervous about tomorrow because it's gonna rain on that wet field in Soldier Field in Chicago. Probably be a lot of people getting injured because they're slipping and their cleats are gonna get stuck in the mud. I don't know if it's AstroTurf or field turf. I think it's field turf, not actual grass. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. But like I said, the defense is hopefully going to be better. Bosa's coming back. Eric Armstead's coming back. Fred Warner's coming back. They got some new guys. Javon Kinlaw. Well, actually, I think he went to the Jets. I forgot who. Somebody went. I think it was Kinlaw went to the Jets, but I forget. It is what it is. Where's my okay? So they got the secondary looks it's better than last year. They got Charvarius Ward, in the secondary because the Niners secondary hasn't been good in years, even with that guy from Seattle. You know who he is. We all know who he is. But yeah. But they had a pretty decent draft. Not a great draft, but really didn't lose a lot of people besides I think somebody I think it was Kinlaw on defense. But other than that, the Niners look pretty decent. I think they can go for the division. I had them going 11 or 12 wins this season. So look at that. So the Niners' schedule, like I said, they play tomorrow in Chicago. Then the home opener next Sunday at home at Levi Stadium against the Seahawks. Then they go back on the road for Denver. That should be a very interesting Sunday night game where Russell Wilson, who got traded to the Broncos, that should be fun. We'll see what happens with that. Then they got the Rams at home, October the 3rd on Monday Night Football. Then at Carolina with a new quarterback. What's his name? The guy from the Jets. I forget his name. I'll look at it later. But anyway, we'll move on from there. At Carolina, then at Atlanta, back home for Kansas City, October 20 to 23rd. Then they go back on the road, and I'll go a short distance. They go to LA, October the 30th, right before Halloween, right before the bye week. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So first, so week 9 they get the bye, and then after the bye they got 3 games in the span of 2 weeks. 3 games in 2 weeks. That's crazy. November the 13th at home against the Chargers. That's a Sunday night game. And then they go to Mexico City. Well, I don't know if they're the home team or not, against Arizona, the Cardinals. That is a Monday Night Football game. Then November the 27th, which is after Thanksgiving, they got 3 big home games. The Saints, then you got Miami. Then they play Brady and the Buccaneers December the 11th. Then they play my birthday, which is great, at home against Washington, but I'm not going to see that game, obviously, because it's my birthday. And I'll be out, most likely, anyway. Then New Year's Day, they play in Vegas against the Raiders. They played in black and silver. And then the final game of the season at home against the Cardinals, either January 7th or 8th. So looking at the schedule, it's not that hard. So I could probably see, the Niners going either 11-6, 12-5, maybe winning the division, or at least a wild card. I do see them winning a wild card spot, at least. Division, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. But I think the Niners will hopefully do good this year. I do see Trey Lance having a big year. I don't know, his second year in the league. I think he's going to have a big year. I don't see Garoppolo getting involved unless it's mop-up duty when the Niners are up like 41-0 or something like that. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. All right. So we got that. All right, let's quickly go to the New York teams. Let's start with the New York Giants, because I have it in a different thing. So Giants coming off a really, really, really bad year. With a new coach, Brian Daboll, first-year coach. But, still got Daniel Jones, who a lot of people, want to write off and get rid of him. And there's lots of rumors going around during the preseason. Well, not the preseason, the training camp with him. Just weird stuff. But they had a pretty good draft. Got mostly defense and a little bit of offense here and there, but nothing great. But, coming off a really bad year last year, 4-13. Just a horrible year. They didn't get their first win until week 4 when they somehow, some way beat the Saints in overtime. And then really after that, they just stunk up the joint. Not a good year. I think it was Brian Judge who coached them last year. Got fired. Thank God. Get out of here. Spanish Arch at him. Now Brian Daboll comes in. It is what it is. Giants went 3-0. They went perfect in the preseason, but nobody cares about the preseason. And that's pretty much it. So the NFC East doesn't even look that great, and it's the worst division in the league anyway. But the rate that that division goes, you can have a team go 6-11 and get into the playoffs. But Giants, maybe they may shock us all and make the playoffs as a wild card, but they're not going anywhere else like the championship game or even the Super Bowl. With their team, no, I don't think so. I think Daniel Jones is going to stink up the joint again. Saquon Barkley will probably get hurt again. He's so injury prone, it's just insane. And the receiving core is not even that great either. So, but that's all I got to say about that. But we go to the schedule. Tomorrow they're in Tennessee on Fox. So that should be an interesting game against the Titans. Then they got 3 straight home games. The home opener next Sunday against Carolina. Then they play Dallas, those Cowboys, on Monday Night Football, September the 26th. Then another home game, October the 2nd, against the Bears. Then they go to London. They face Green Bay. They face Rodgers and Green Bay in London. 9:30 in the morning game. That should be fun for my dad. My dad's a big Giant fan. He's like, hey, what time the Giants are on? Like 1 o'clock, he's calling me. He's like, oh, dude, they were playing at 9:30 in the morning because they were in London. Ah, fuck. Did you tape it? No. Did you watch it? No. I was sleeping. Unless it's the Niners playing in London, then I will wake up at like 9 o'clock to watch the game. But it is what it is. So anyway, so week 9, they also got a bye. they I think I don't know when the last time they played on Thanksgiving was, but they playing this year on Thanksgiving in Dallas. The game's at 4:30. That game will be on Fox, so that should be an interesting little game. Because Dallas always has to play on Thanksgiving, like the Lions do. And the Lions, I think they're playing Buffalo or the Raiders. I forgot who they're playing. But anyway, yeah. So they play. They got Dallas September the 26th. Then on Thanksgiving in Dallas. Then they play Washington and Philly 3 straight weeks, December 4th to December 17th or 18th. Then they end the season in Philadelphia January 7th or 8th. Their final home game is January the 1st against the Colts. But I don't even see the Giants even getting at most 5 or 6 wins. At most 5 or 6. Will they make the playoffs? Who knows? With that, the NFC least, who cares? But it is what it is. I mean, look at Dallas. They got tomorrow night against Tampa Bay. Then they got Cincinnati right after that. That's pretty hard first six weeks at least. Tampa Bay at home, Cincinnati at home. Then the Monday night game in MetLife Stadium against the Giants, September the 26th. Then Washington at LA at the Rams. At Philly, then Detroit and Chicago before the bye week. And then, like I said, they got the Thanksgiving game against the Giants, and then they end the season in Washington. And then you got that. As far as the Eagles go, I do see Dallas probably getting 7, maybe 8 wins. Maybe make the playoffs as a wild card, but they're not going anywhere. And it is what it is. And we got the Shadow Queen in the chat. Lauren's here. What's going on, Lauren? Lauren's a big Rams fan, so how about those Rams like Thursday night there, Lauren? You were mad, and I was mad because I lost 10 points in my fantasy league. But I get to make them up tomorrow, so. As long as the Niners win by spread tomorrow, I'll be very happy. Very happy. But we'll see what happens with that. Lauren is still healing from her surgery, but she's back. She's back. As most of the prophecy is back right now. Prince is back. Nick is still around somewhere. He's around, but he's somewhere. But he says hi to you all. He'll be back eventually on my show. One of these days. But it is what it is. So, big ups to Max Lethal and Alejandro Clasa, fan of YouTube, and everybody else in the prophecy. Can't forget you guys. You guys are number one with a bullet. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's get back to football. Eagles. I think the Eagles might win the division. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. I think the Eagles will probably get maybe between 7 and maybe 9, maybe 10 wins. So our good friend, that pedophile EDP 445 will be sneaking up the joint. But it is what it is. Philly got Detroit tomorrow, then the Monday night game against Minnesota. And then they got the bye week in week 7. And then they end the season against the Giants at home. So we got that. And then we got the Washington, well, not the Redskins anymore. Not the Washington football team anymore. Their new name is the Washington Commanders. Stupid name. With their new quarterback, Carson Wentz. Guess where he played? Philly. I think Washington might be a shocking team this year. Maybe get 8, 9 wins. Maybe make the playoffs as well as a wild card team. So I got to look out for them. They play tomorrow at home against Jacksonville. Let's give them the win there. Jacksonville stinks. They stink. I don't even see Jacksonville getting 3 wins this year. So Tony Khan, your company's in disarray, and now your football team stinks. They haven't made the playoffs in years, dude. But I mean, it is what it is. Well, Tony Khan's having a really bad summer. He's going to have a bad fall and winter, too. Most likely with his football team. As well as his AEW and Ring of Honor. Who knows? Who knows now with with CM Punk, that whole that media scrum now is a work, which I called, by the way. Was all planned, but now MJF's still investigating it with the police because he's now involved in this whole shit. Was he making him look bad? And now the Bucks sending feelers out to the WWE as a joke. And you know how morons on YouTube go online and say, "Oh, Young Bucks going to WWE. Oh, this is big news." Clickbaiting as always, just to get the views. The Bucks ain't going to WWE, you morons. Some of you people do not know how a fucking work works. You just think that oh, Bucks sending feelers out to the WWE. Oh, gotta do a video. Oh, what do you think about this, subscribers? Young Bucks in WWE would be great. Only morons do that and do videos saying that, oh, the Young Bucks are going to WWE. No, they're not going. They're not going. Hunter would just rip them apart. They would get probably drained. Same if Kenny ever went there. Kenny would just be like lost in the shuffle. He'd be a big star like the Bucks would be, but Kenny would probably just be fed to Roman, and Roman would just smash, stack, and pin him. But yeah, just shut up with the Bucks going to WWE bullshit. Do clickbait, masturbate videos. Horrible. Only a moron would think that. But we all know the biggest moron on this website. Well, it is what it is. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so yeah, Washington got Jacksonville tomorrow. Easy win. And then they don't have the bye until week 14. That's a long time. God damn. 13 straight games, and then you finally get a bye week. And then coming off the bye, you got the Giants, and then you got the Niners December the 24th on my birthday in San Fran. Go figure that one out. So for the NFC East, I got the Eagles winning the division, but I mean anybody can win that division with like 5-6 wins. But it's what it is. All right, going to we're gonna go really quickly with this, and we'll get to the Jets in a minute. For you Jet fans out there like me, but it is what it is. Going to the NFC Central, I got the Bears. We're gonna get demolished tomorrow by the Niners, but I mean let's see what happens with that. Justin Fields gonna be the quarterback for the Bears this season. Probably gonna get destroyed tomorrow by that great freaking 49ers defense. Bosa is probably gonna get like 10 sacks tomorrow, hopefully, but we'll see. But I don't even see the Bears going anywhere because the first 2 games they're gonna get destroyed. San Fran at home, at Green Bay, and then it is just crazy. They don't even have the bye until week 14. Crazy. They do play the Jets on November the 27th in MetLife Stadium. So see what happens with that. But I probably see the Bears when they went 6-11 last year. I probably see maybe same thing, 6 to 8 wins at most. Wildcard team probably not. Detroit, the Lions. Possibly getting a wild card. Think they'll make a run for the division, maybe, but we'll see. They play the Jets December the 18th. Then they play Buffalo on Thanksgiving. That's going to be the CBS game, the early game. And then you got the Giants in the second game. I forgot who plays that night. I don't care. But Detroit going 3-13-1 last year. Maybe 5 wins, maybe. I think Green Bay's going to win that division again, but it's probably going to be a dogfight with them and a really new-look Vikings team. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of the Vikings, the Packers and Green Bay. Packers and Vikings. Game of the week tomorrow, but you're not going to see it here in the Northeast because the Giants are playing the Titans at 4:00 on Fox. So they got that. They play Tampa Bay September the 25th. Giants in London on October the 9th. Then the Jets the week after that. So I see, they went 13-5 last year, and they got beat by my Niners, of course, in the wild card round. I think they'll win the division, probably get 11 to 12 wins, but I don't think they're gonna. If they face the Niners again in the playoffs, because it's like a yearly tradition, because Rodgers fears the Niners. That is a fact. I think this might be Rodgers last year. I think if he doesn't get to the Super Bowl this year, or at least get far in the playoffs, maybe the Super Bowl, like I said, Rodgers is done. I think he's going to retire after this year. Same thing with Brady. If he doesn't make the Super Bowl, Brady's gone. He'll retire for the third time. He retired, unretired, and then he'll retire again after this season, unless he gets hurt during the season. Not to wish anything bad about Brady, but Brady fucking sucks. He's overrated, and his balls are always deflated. There you go. That's it. Vikings went 8-9 last year. Like I said, I think they're going to make a run for the division. Probably get around 8 to 10 wins. Maybe a wild card spot, but I'm not going anywhere either. As far as the NFC Central goes, not Central, sorry, the NFC South, Buccaneers are going to run away with that division. If Brady can stay healthy and doesn't get hurt during the season, I think Tampa Bay is going to get at least 12, 13 wins. At most. The Saints, maybe, but Carolina with their new quarterback, I know they got a new quarterback. It's not Sam Darnold, but I forgot who they picked up somebody. I forgot who it was. Of course, it's not updated with the new people they got, but it is what it is. I think the Saints will probably be a playoff team. But, we'll see what happens with that. With Jameis Winston, that quarterback, coming off a really an injured year. So, see what happens with all that. And it is. But I think Tampa Bay will win the division. I think the Saints will probably come in second. And then the Falcons and the Panthers will probably fight between who's going to be in the cellar. It is what it is. All right, then going to the NFC West, like I said, I think it's going to be a dogfight between the Rams and the Niners. I think the Rams are probably going to get maybe 11, 12 wins. Same thing with the Niners. And I do see that both of those teams going to the playoffs, either as a wild card or winning the division. As far as Arizona goes, they still got Kyle Murray, who was really wanted to leave Arizona. He should have, but it is what it is. I think, Arizona could be a sleeper team like they were last year. I think Arizona probably get maybe 9 to 11 wins, maybe make the wild card. Division, possibly. So it's probably going to be a 3-team race for that division and a wild card spot. But we'll see what happens with that. As far as the Seahawks go, a new era. Russell Wilson is gone. He went to Denver. So I don't even know who the quarterback is going to be. It's either going to be Jacob Eason, Levi Lewis, Drew Lock, or the great Jet quarterback himself, Geno Smith. But I don't even see freaking Seattle going anywhere. They went 7-10 last year. Pete Carroll, with a new team, basically a upstart team. I don't see him going anywhere. I really don't see him getting at most 6 wins. But we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on. All right, let's get to the AFC, and let's start off with the Well, the Bills won Thursday night, 31-10. They look great. Josh Allen and the offense just firing on all cylinders, really exposing the Rams. So they're going to be. I think I got them in the Super Bowl already. They're one of my Super Bowl picks, along with possibly the Rams or possibly the Niners, coming off the NFC. But we'll see. But I think the Bills probably get 12, maybe 13 wins again this year. They're gonna just run away with the division, I think. But don't count out the Dolphins. Dolphins look pretty damn good this year. I think they'll make the playoffs. Probably with about 9, maybe 10 wins. We'll see what happens with that. And let's go to the Jets real quick. Jets had a pretty good draft. It's probably one of the best drafts that I've seen since being a Jet fan since 1998. So, they got the man they call Sauce on him. I think he's a defensive lineman. But, Zach Wilson's second year, and already he's not going to be playing week, at least most of the season, because he injured his knee in preseason. And now Joe Flacco is going to be the quarterback this week at home against the Ravens. So that's Otaku's team. I already told Otaku, like, congratulations on your win, because the Ravens are probably going to wipe the floor with the Jets at home. I don't even see. The Jets went 4-13, and Robert said his first year as a head coach, and he's coming off into a second year with a pretty. People say on paper the Jets look pretty damn good, but their defense looks pretty damn good. I mean, if they went 3-0 in the preseason themselves, so actually 2-1. I'm sorry, because I forgot they lost to the Giants. But it is what it is. But yeah, Jets got Baltimore at home this week. Next week at Cleveland against a really new look Cleveland Browns team without Baker Mayfield. So should be a win there, maybe. Then they got Cincinnati at a new look Pittsburgh team. Then Miami at Green Bay, that's a definite loss. At Denver, definite loss. New England at home, then might be a win. And then November 6th before the bye at home against Buffalo, they're gonna get destroyed. And then pretty much it. A lot of people saying the Jets are gonna get 5, maybe 6 wins. Maybe if you get lucky, but we'll see. But I think it's gonna be another hard year for Robert Saleh. He's just staying in San Fran. But it's just gonna be the Joe Flacco show for the foreseeable future. As I don't know if Zach Wilson's going to be playing this season at all. I think they said he was out for the season. So that sucks for the Jets. So it's going to be, one of those, another, sad sack year for the Jets. I don't see him even getting at least third place. I think they'll be the bottom dwellers in the AFC East. Like I said, probably between 4 and maybe 5, 6 wins. 6 wins is a stretch, but we'll see. And that's it. As far as the Patriots go, who cares? So it shows you how much I like the Patriots. But with their team, I think the Patriots might get at most 7 wins, at most. Okay, let's quickly go to the AFC Central, AFC North, I should say. I think it's going to be a dogfight between the Ravens and the Bengals again. I think the Bengals will win the division. I think the Ravens will be a wildcard team. Sorry, Otaku. But it is what it is. With Lamar Jackson at quarterback, he plays good during the season, and when the playoffs come, chokes. But it is what it is. But I think the Bengals will win the division. I don't think they'll make the Super Bowl again like they shockingly did last year. Somehow beating the Rams in overtime. Because Kansas City in Kansas City, they won in overtime. They go to the Super Bowl. Then they almost beat the Rams. Almost. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. And that's that. All right. Like I said, the Browns, I really don't see them going anywhere. They got Deshaun Watson at quarterback, even though he's now suspended for the first 6 weeks because of that so-called allegations of sexual abuse or whatever it was. He denies it, but Roger Goodell's like, nope, 6 weeks, you're out of here. And that's pretty much it. Baker Mayfield, I think he went to Carolina. So, that should be fun there. But yeah, Browns ain't going anywhere. Yeah, they ain't going anywhere. I see the Browns probably getting at most 5 wins. 5. As far as Pittsburgh goes, Britt Baker DMD's team, they might make a wild card spot, but with their new quarterback, who's their new quarterback? Mitch Trubisky, actually be fun coming from the Bears to the freaking Steelers. But I think the Steelers will probably get 8-9 wins, like they were 9-8-1 last year. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on. As far as the AFC South goes, I don't know. That division's always kind of wacky because you got the Colts who looked pretty damn good last year. Texans look okay, but I don't see them going anywhere. But I think the Colts will win the division again. I think the Titans will give them another run for their money again. And as far as the Tony Khan's Jaguars, probably get 2 wins. Probably get another number one pick. But it is what it is, and that's that. So it's probably going to be a dogfight between the Titans, who went 12-6 last year, and the Colts. So, but I'm probably going to give it to the Colts this year. But I think the Titans will be in the playoffs as a wild card. All right, finally, we go to the AFC West. I think it's still the Chiefs' division to win, but don't look out now. We got the Broncos with Russell Wilson at the helm. I think them and I think that AFC West might be a big division to look at because you got Russell Wilson with the Broncos, a new look team. I think it'll be great. The Chiefs, with Mahomes, who's hasn't been good the last couple of years. Even coming off the Super Bowl win, like fake Super Bowl win back, by the way, in 2020, and then choking in the playoffs the last 2 years. But the Raiders, I think, will be a wild card team. The Chargers might be an interesting team to look at. I think they might make the playoffs. But as far as the division, I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs at probably 11 wins. Broncos, I think, will get 10 or maybe 11. Raiders will probably get 8 or 9, and the Chargers might sneak in with 8 or 9 wins. But that's pretty much it. All right, so that's your NFL preview for right now. So I want to give you my preliminary playoffs and Super Bowl picks, as I always do. Like I said, the Niners, I think, will win that division or at least make a wild card. I think they'll do damage again in the playoffs. Super Bowl? We'll see. If Trey Lance goes off this year, which I think he will, I think the Niners have a good shot to make the playoffs and maybe a minimal shot to make the Super Bowl. But originally I had, I talked about this with other people that I, hang out with and talk to, in my daily travels and everything. So my preliminary Super Bowl pick was the Rams and the Bills, which we saw on Thursday night. So we might see it again in the Super Bowl. We'll see how the season goes. But my second preliminary pick is the Niners and the Bills, and I have the NFC team winning. So I have the Rams to possibly repeat, or it could be the Niners finally winning number 6 for my brother from another mother, who really desperately needs it. But it is what it is. So my Super Bowl pick, as of right now, Rams, Bills in Super Bowl 57, February the 12th. I believe that's in Arizona. The Super Bowl is going to be in Arizona this year. So that should be fun. Hopefully a better halftime show Even though last year's was okay, you know, with Dr. Drizzy and Snoop Dogg and Eminem and Mary J. Blige and that, you know, idiot Kendrick Lamar. But if they finally get it through their fucking thick skulls to put a rock act out, like maybe Kiss or Def Leppard or somebody, can you give them at least at least the entire halftime show? Unlike what you screwed Ozzy Osbourne 10 fucking seconds on Thursday night? 10 seconds? Are you kidding me? I mean, like, seriously? Shows you how Roger Goodell and the NFL do not like fucking rock and roll in big time games. The first game of the season, or even during the playoffs, or especially the Super Bowl. You haven't seen a fucking rock act since freaking long time. I think the last time we saw a rock act was Red Hot Chili Peppers in like 2014, I think it was. And Aerosmith. They're not heavy metal, but they're rock, classic rock. You know, and you got the Chili Peppers are always good, so. But I don't see the NFL get anybody good this year for the Super Bowl halftime show. Knowing that, they'll probably get like Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion to sing WAP. That should be fun. They won't be able to sing that song, especially at the Super Bowl. They'll have to bleep a whole ton of shit. But knowing the NFL, they'll probably get somebody like Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B or, you know, some boring as fuck mumble rapper, instead of getting real acts like Metallica or Bon Jovi or, you know, somebody good like Ozzy or something like that. Just be a really bad halftime show. But it is what it is. I mean, you know, when Lady Gaga did the halftime show, that was actually pretty decent. You know, nothing wrong with Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga. I mean, so sue me if you think I... Like, oh, he loves Lady Gaga. Yeah, so I like Nickelback too. By the way, Nickelback's new album is out now. It's called, what's it called? The new single's called San Quentin. Just came out. I think the name of the album is called Keep Rolling On or Get Rolling, something like that. Just came out right now. I just downloaded it on Spotify. Not a bad album. Not bad. So I like Nickelback. Sue me. But it is what it is. But we'll see what happens with the Super Bowl when we get there. Who's going to be singing the national anthem, doing the halftime, and who's going to be doing the halftime show. Hopefully it's actually somebody good. Not somebody shitty. Like The Weeknd or Beyonce. I mean, nothing wrong with Beyonce, but, you know, boring as fuck. But we need somebody good this year. I mean, last year was, like I said, was okay with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. It was okay, not great, but okay. So hopefully in February we get somebody good. But like trusting the NFL to put somebody good this year? Hey, we'll get Demi Lovato. Nothing wrong with that, but I mean, Demi Lovato's a pretty nice, you know, attractive lady, you know. I watched some of it, but, you know, there's only a few songs that I like from her. Or, you know, or Ariana Grande. You know, that could be fun. Let her sing Positions or something like that. Nothing wrong with Ariana Grande, but halftime show? Or just her appearing, like she'll do like a special appearance or sing a song with somebody. That's fine and dandy, as long as she looks good. Or Selena Gomez or something like that. Oh, it could be worse. I mean, put out Shakira and Jennifer Lopez again. She can get their hot, sexy asses in 2 years ago. Remember that one? We all remember that one. Shakira was the price for admission. You know, besides seeing Jennifer Lopez's sexy ass, of course, but, you know. Just like freaking Shakira, just like getting full frontal in your face. And then going, like, doing those weird faces. Like, what are you doing? Creepy. But I digress. So we'll see what happens with that when we get there. All right, so that's all I got to say about that. So it's 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here because I got stuff to do. All right, let's finish up with Lauren, because that was basically it. So Lauren's here, and she's healing, like I said, from her surgery. She's back on doing chats, which is great, but she's still healing. Hopefully, she'll heal in time for the by Thanksgiving time and everything. But glad you're here. She says, long as the Niners and Raiders win. I don't care about the Raiders that much. They came in black and silver. But that should be an interesting little war between me and you, Leah Lawrence, San Fran, and the Raiders on New Year's Day. We'll see what happens with that. But move on. Then she says Saints 2. Who gives a shit about the Saints? Then she says we both did. Then final comment, our Niners PD. Go Niners this year, baby. Go Niners. Redemption Tour Part 3. Let's do it this year, man. Let's really do it. I think Trey Lance will have a great year. Maybe MVP. It has to be Brady out, of course. But we'll have to see. We'll see. We will see what happens tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. in Chicago against the Bears. And then we'll go from there. And that's it. All right, so that's my NFL preview for 2022. Leave me your thoughts and predictions down below in the comments section. What do you guys think of the season? Who's your favorite team? Who do you see winning the Super Bowl? And all that other good shit. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, so that is pretty much it. For now, thank you all for watching. Thank you to Lauren for coming in. And anybody who also watched, well, thank you for the free view, asshole. And that's pretty much it. So I might be back later tonight if I don't go out later. But we'll see what happens with that. Oh, we got breaking news. Breaking news from Lauren. What is it? Now I gotta wait 5 minutes now because Lauren's gonna take 5 minutes taking the freaking breaking news. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we got breaking news. I don't know what it is. I'm waiting for Lauren to post it. So we'll wait a couple of minutes until Lauren has whatever the breaking news is. Okay. Breaking news: the Young Bucks want out. Well, obviously, because of the whole CM Punk thing, that's a work. They don't want out. They're not leaving. They're not leaving. They are not leaving. I'm telling you right now, they're not leaving AEW. They'd be stupid to do that. They think they're Cody? But let me just see on Ringside News, and then we're gonna get out of here because I want to eat lunch and then maybe get out. But let me see here. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, why isn't? Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to see anything about the Bucks. I don't see anything as far as well, I'm still looking. Well, the big thing is Malachi Black supposedly got released, so he's probably going back to Hunter pretty soon, and Selena Vega's coming back pretty soon too. Dolph Ziggler wants to face Shinsuke Nakamura in a 60-minute MMA-style WrestleMania match. Are you kidding? Of course, JD's reporting it, because we're already hear it first from Schmuck's View, but it is what it is. Let's see here. I'm trying to find something on the Bucks. MJF was a witness to the backstage brawl with the Elite and Punk, so that's why he's kind of involved in that police investigation that might be happening. Let's see here. Bobby Fish believes the Undisputed Era broke up prematurely. I guess that was in NXT. Let's see. SmackDown. The rating for SmackDown has just come out. SmackDown scores over 2.2 million views this week. So that's pretty damn good. It was a pretty good show. I'll do my review probably tomorrow if I get time, but I don't know if I might scrap the Dynamite and Rampage review this week and SmackDown. But it is what it is. I'm trying to see if anything with the Bucks. Also, big story about WrestleMania possibly going to the UK. They might actually do it for once, but don't know when, because I think WrestleMania 40 is going to be in Philly, supposedly. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm trying to find stuff about the Bucks. I don't see anything on... As far as right now, I don't see anything on Ringside News about it. I know you said JD's reporting it, but I give two fucks about JD. Sasha Banks and Naomi were on the were at Fashion Week, looking pretty damn hot. They were also at the Yankee game. Fuck the Yankees, but it is what it is. Oh, here we go. Well, the only thing I see with the Bucks, and this is coming from Ringside News, where I mentioned, and as I mentioned before, with the clown, clickbaiting as always. The Bucks sent out feelers to the WWE this past weekend. So I'll read the story from Ringside News. On F4W online message board, Ryan Frederick of the Wrestling Observer pointed out the Bucks had the options on their contracts, which got picked up last year, correcting a fan who claimed they recently signed new contracts with the company. He noted that they contacted a WWE talent, whoever that might be, to send out feelers. Now, that could have been Triple H. It could have been, well, no, he's not a talent, but anyway. So the story reads, and I quote, "They didn't sign new deals. Their options were picked up. They did reach out to a talent to send feelers that they would be interested in talking about coming in when their deals are up." But I think, aren't they signed to like 2024, 2025, something like that? They signed like long-term deals. Unless they don't want out of their contract right now with AEW because of the whole Punk thing. I wouldn't blame them. But anyway, but everyone on both sides are going to do the same because you want to look for the best deal. Anyone who doesn't do is dumb and possibly leaving money on the table. So we're going to talk about MJF probably by the end of next year. Eric Bischoff blasted CM Punk for being bitter and brittle because he's always injured. He's been injured for like most of this year. He's going to be out 6 to 9 months with a torn pec muscle. So he ain't coming back till at least April or May of next year. So Punk, people saying he's bipolar. That's why he just went off on last Sunday. Just randomly went off on people. And then that the whole thing, there's two sides of the story. Like the Bucks kicked in his door. And then they started fighting. And Kenny Omega had to save, Punk's dog Larry. Because he's Kenny Omega. And then Ace Steel biting, who did he bite? I think he bit Nick Jackson or someone. Well, he threw a chair at Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson got a black eye from that. It just didn't look good. And then now people saying this whole thing was a work, which I already told you during the media scrum on my review. I said the whole thing was a work from the beginning, and now it came out that it was planned. So very interesting what's going to be happening with all this stuff going into this weekend and coming into next week. Now, MJF is involved in this, and he wants an investigation, a police investigation. So somebody's going to jail, or somebody's going to get fired. Well, Ace Steel looked like he was about to get fired. They suspended everybody in the fight, including Christopher Daniels, Michael Nakazawa, and that schmuck Brandon Cutler. But I don't know if there's going to be charges involved in this with police activity involved, but kind of didn't make AEW look good. The ratings were pretty damn good this week. They went back up to a 1. They did 1.05, then went down to a 1.02, and then this week went back up to a 1.03. So 3 straight weeks at over 1 million. So controversy brings good things. I don't know what Rampage did yet. We probably won't find that out till maybe today, tomorrow, or by Monday. But I think Rampage probably got the same as usual because it was taped. So probably about between 425 and 465 at most. They're not going to get above 500,000 views at all. Even if they went live every goddamn week, which is impossible with baseball and football and hockey on TNT, that's not going to happen. I don't see Rampage ever getting above 500,000 views or even slipping 1 million again. I just don't. But as far as the Bucks going to WWE, I don't see them going. I don't. I think they're too invested with Tony Khan. And basically they made the company with Tony Khan. So I think the Bucks go. Kenny's probably going to go too, because you can't have the Bucks. You can't have the Elite without Kenny and the Bucks really. So, but I just don't think. I think that the whole feeler thing was a work. I think they're working the company. Everybody now, they're working the company. They're working the fans. They're working the journalists. These journalists, I should say. Like Nick Hausman of Wrestling Inc., or Dave Meltzer, or Brian Alvarez, or even that idiot Sean Ross Sapp. Then you got idiots on YouTube like JD and that clown thinking that, the Bucks are going to WWE. It's a work. They go. Then I'll eat my freaking paper towel. But I don't see him going to WWE. I think they put out the feelers as a joke because of the whole media scrum thing. Because they don't want to be. I don't want to be in the same company with CM Punk. Well, he's gonna be out for 6-9 months. You don't have to look at his face. But when Punk does come back, if he even does come back, because Tony Khan can still fire the guy, but I don't think he will. I really don't think that Punk's going to get fired. I think Punk's going to take the 6 to 9 months off, rehab, and then maybe come back in a statement to the locker room. I really think he should really apologize to the locker room, apologize to the Bucks, apologize to Tony, and apologize to freaking MJF because he stole his spotlight. He really needs, anger management, or he needs sensitivity training or some shit like that. But he really needs to, fix this shit when he comes back. Or by the end of the year, at least. So if he comes back and he's still the same schmuck that he is, I don't think anybody wants to work with a guy. I think AEW would be history. I don't think anybody wants to work with a guy like that. That's just so bipolar about everything. He thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread when he's not. And I like Punk, too. I'm a big fan of CM Punk, ever since he was in Ring of Honor. But, he's just so fucking bitter about being the best in the world. He wants to be the best at everything. He wants the title. He wants to hold it for 3 years. Can't do that. And his whole thing when he came into the company last year is I'm gonna fight. I want to fight the young guys and this and that. I want to help. I want to fight Darby. I want to fight Danielson. I want to fight this and that. And then a year later, he's like, fuck these young guys, these fucking schmucks. I'm an old fart, And you're old and brittle because now you hurt your foot. You're out 2 months. Now you got to be out the rest of this year and going to half of next year with a torn pec. So your AEW career hasn't been so good there, Punk. 2 title reigns that lasted a whopping 3 days. 3 days. And 2 fucking tournaments. That Moxley's going to win this tournament. And he's going to lose to MJF. He's losing to MJF. That's the plan right now for Full Gear. Moxley, MJF, possibly at Full Gear. And MJF possibly could win, or they might have Moxley beat MJF, which I think would be a bad idea, but I'd have MJF win, hold the belt for 2 years, or at least through 2023 before his contract ends, it comes up, and then it's going to be a bidding war between Tony Khan and Nick Khan, no relation. And we'll see what they're going to do. Are you going to keep your champion if he's still the champion by the end of 2023? Or does he go to WWE and get watered down? And where is Adam Cole, baby? I know he's medically cleared to wrestle. So I don't know when he's going to be back in action. Maybe in the next couple of weeks. Maybe at Grand Slam. We'll see, but I'm like, when are you going to give Adam Cole the goddamn belt? I don't even think Adam Cole is going to be world champion by next year. I just don't think. It's probably going to go between Moxley, then MJF, and then who beats MJF? Could be Adam Cole? Maybe. Could be Danielson? I think it might be Danielson. Jericho? We're going to see him as champ again. And I don't know who else. Maybe Claudio, but I think going into next year, you'll probably see MJF as champ, or maybe Moxley going into Revolution. And then I think MJF will win the belt and then hold on to it for the rest of 2023. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. I know we went to wrestling, thanks, Lauren. But it is what it is. And that's it. Anyway. But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, might be short in contract. Yeah, they might. I know that. I think they have a contract up that comes up in 2025. I think. I think Adam Cole's his contract ends. I think in 2025 or 2000. Well, I think it's either him or Malachi Black, who's now supposedly released. His contract was supposed to end in 2027, but he wanted out of AEW, and then they had that whole send off at All Out, where he's hugging Brody King, and he's hugging Buddy Matthews, and he's bowing to the fans. So the fans are like, oh, bye-bye, go back to WWE. But recently, he got denied his release, and now people are saying that AEW conditionally release him, whatever that means. But he wanted to take a mental break to get his mind and spirit back in order, because really the House of Black looks like shit. Here's an idea. Bray Wyatt wants to go to AEW. Maybe he can join the House of Black. So that'd be really weird. But I still, Bray Wyatt's probably going to come back to WWE probably by the end of the year. Or by the Royal Rumble, at least. But we'll see with that. But yeah, if the Bucks want to leave, I mean, I think it's a bad idea. Because they just want to go to Cody. And it's like, hey, Cody! MDK all day, Cody! Don't go. They're working the fans. They're working the fans. They're working Tony Khan. They're probably working all the journalists on the internet. They're not going to WWE. I just don't think they're going. Lauren says, because I think they might be changing the EVPs. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? If they do go to WWE, then who's going to be the next EVPs? Does Kenny go with them? Probably. Right now, the locker room leaders are Moxley and Bryan Danielson, and people love it. People like Moxley in the locker room. People like Danielson in the locker room, and Claudio too. Guys like that, FTR, you know, they just don't fucking like Punk. Well, I don't blame him, but that's pretty much it. So Moxley, Jericho, and Danielson are the locker room leaders. So the morale is still good for now, but and from what I heard, in the back, people in the back loved Moxley's promo on Wednesday night. That whole thing's like, it's like what he said about the AEW title and everything. That was great. I loved that promo. It was just like speaking from the heart promo from Moxley. Probably one of the best Moxley promos I've seen in AEW. Oh, of all time. Even the stuff in CCW and in GCW. But it is what it is. But that's that. We'll move on. No, it says shipping to Ring of Honor. Okay. Ring of Honor still doesn't have a TV deal. And this is around the time that you would probably get All-Star Extravaganza, and then going into Glory by Honor. We had before this honor. But October is usually Glory by Honor. Well, September and October, Glory by Honor. And then you got November is Survival of the Fittest, which probably they won't do this year. And then you got Final Battle in December. Are they going to do it? That's up to Tony Khan. I hope they do, and I hope it's in New York City at the Hammerstein. And hopefully it's not before I go on vacation. But we'll see. We will see what happens with that. But if Final Battle does happen, please, for the love of God, do not be in Baltimore. Do not be in Philly. Has to be at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Because you know that it will sell out. First day of tickets, it will sell out. Because everybody in Ring of Honor will probably do a meet and greet. Claudio, maybe Samoa Joe. I already met Samoa Joe. I met Claudio too. I don't know who else might be there doing a meet and greet. Maybe FTR. I would like to meet FTR. That would be great because the line would be just massive. Just for FTR alone. And probably Claudio. Samoa Joe maybe too, but it depends on who is doing the meet and greet. I don't know. Well, Dalton Castle and the boys are still the six-man tag team champions. Dalton Castle is a free agent right now. So, who knows what's going to happen with Dalton, if they're going to sign him, or he's going to go maybe to WWE and be watered down. Or he stays with Ring of Honor, he signs an exclusive deal, or just resigns, or he goes to Impact. Or then again, he can go to MLW, he can go anywhere. But they're still the six-man tag team champions. They haven't defended a belt since winning the belts at Death Before Dishonor. And then you got Mercedes Martinez, who's the women's champion. I haven't seen her in a long time on Dark or Elevation. So, I don't know what's going on with Ring of Honor right now. I really don't know what's going on. Tony Khan is so fixated with AEW right now, he's just putting Ring of Honor to the back burner. And I had a pretty good match Rampage last night with Claudio and Dax Hardwood. That was great. Claudio obviously retained. I just don't know who Claudio might lose to that belt to. I really think Joe might lose that belt to, I thought it was going to be Jay Lethal, but I doubt that now because they already beat him at Death Before Dishonor. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that. He's facing Josh the Goods Woods on Dynamite, I think, for the belt. So that should be a pretty damn good match. And then we got Daniel Garcia as the Pure Champion. But at least Ring of Honor, the belts are getting kind of like, at least they're being recognized on AEW television. Which is good, but it's mostly on Rampage and sometimes Dark and Elevation. And once in a while on Dynamite, but still, no TV deal because Tony Khan does not own the company 100%. Because Sinclair, that shit fucking company, Sinclair Broadcasting, still technically owns Ring of Honor right now. Tony Khan might be the owner, but he's not full owner right now. They don't even have a TV deal. We don't know when they're going to even do house shows, if they even do house shows. And right now, Final Battle is kind of up in limbo. If it's going to happen in December in New York City, or it's going to be somewhere else. I really hope it's in New York City. Because we haven't seen Final Battle in the Hammerstein since 2019, right before the pandemic. And and I was there. And I want to see it again. I've been to almost every final battle in New York City since 2007. Except the years that I was in Baltimore. There was one in Philly. And then the last 2 years have been in Philly. So, not Philly, sorry, Baltimore. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with Ring of Honor when we get there. All right, I'm about to lose my voice, and I want to eat something too. So, final comment from Lauren. I'm sitting out of Grand Slam. So am I. I'm not going to that. Even if there was tickets left for the 21st, I don't care if it's in the nosebleed seats. I am not going. No, I'm not going. Even by myself, I am not going by myself. No. I tried to get the missus to go, but I don't know. I would love to go to freaking Full Gear because it's in Newark at the Prudential Center, which is a hop, skip, and jump away from me. I just get on the train, get on the New Jersey Transit train. It's one stop, and then you walk about 3 blocks, 3, 4, 5 blocks at least, and you don't get stuck in New Jersey. Because as soon as it ends, which will probably be at like 11 o'clock, just rush to the freaking New Jersey Transit train, and then you're in New York City in like 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, you're back in New York City, and you just gotta get your ass home to, if you live in Brooklyn or you live in the Bronx or in Manhattan. At least you don't have to wait 3 hours, at Arthur Ashe Stadium just to get out of the parking lot, or to get on the number 7 train. You won't be home till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Lauren knows that firsthand. I know that firsthand from going to Met games. Not getting home at 4 o'clock in the morning, but getting out of that parking lot. It's a bitch. But if you get there early, you get to the front where the well, depending on if you in Citi Field itself or in Chase Stadium parking lot or across the street. If you get there early and you park across the street, you're fine getting out. If you get out in time and you get in your car and you get out of that parking lot really early, you're on the highway, you're home in like an hour. At least. Depending on traffic, of course. But if you get to that parking lot late, good luck. Good luck getting home. Good luck getting out of that parking lot. Good luck getting on the Van Wyck Expressway or the Grand Central Parkway. So that's a bitch. It's a bitch. Me and my dad know that firsthand. Going in his car or going on the train is a pain in the ass. Because there's so many people coming out of that stadium, going on the number 7 train, going back to Times Square, Times Square. You have to wait like for 3, 4, maybe 5 trains, and they're packed. The game ends like 9, 10 o'clock. You're not home until like 12 or possibly 1 a.m. Sucks. It just sucks. It doesn't pay to go. If you're going by train or you're going by car, it's good for the price of admission. Well, not the price of admission, but just for the show and everything, for the nostalgia and all that, just to see it live. But parking's a bitch, and getting concessions is a bitch too. Getting a hot dog or a beer, whether bring your own. But it is what it is. All right, I gotta get out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Thanks to Lauren, as always, for coming in. And everybody else who watched, like I said, thank you for the free view. And that's pretty much it. So, that is my NFL preview, and we did a little bit of wrestling near the end of the show. Of course, we had semi-breaking news with the Bucks possibly going to WWE, but I doubt they will. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you all for watching. Go Niners tomorrow. And whatever team you root for, have a great season. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, I'm going to go have my lunch, maybe go out later to my parents, but we'll see. And I don't know. If I don't go today, I go tomorrow, but it's going to rain like cats and dogs. So I think maybe this might be a washout weekend. I might just stay home for the entire weekend and watch football. But we'll see what happens with that. So, like I said, I might be on later tonight with my probably do Dynamite live, my live Dynamite review, and then maybe tomorrow I might do my SmackDown Rampage review, or maybe just do a kill stream, talk about the Niners game. But I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow, later tonight and tomorrow. But for now, I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your coach. And if you're not down with that, well, me, Lauren, and everybody else in the Prophecy, which is the greatest thing in real life and online on this fucking website and on social media, because everybody loves us, even Rosemary does too. So, if you're not down with the Prophecy, and you're not down with me, Peter Gilmore, well, that's too damn bad, because we're the Prophecy. We're better than you, and you know it. And we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Well, that's it. Have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon and a great Saturday night. And have fun tomorrow watching football all day. And Monday night too. That's it. So, thank you all for watching. A couple more comments just came in. Thanks, Lauren, for letting me finish my goddamn show. Anyway, Lauren says, I would love to, but I'm still healing. I obviously figured that. Arthur Ashe was 3:30 in the morning. Jeez. Because the show ended, what, 11:30? It took you 4 hours to get home because you live in Long Island. I mean, if I went there and I live in Brooklyn, because I have to, and I would probably take the train, I probably wouldn't get home till like 2 a.m. At least 2 a.m. I have to take a train to Times Square, get on another train to Brooklyn, and take an Uber home. What's a bitch? I would take an Uber home from there, and it cost me like 50, 60, 70 bucks, but it's either that or getting on a packed train for $2.75. I would take the $2.75 and wait 5 hours, but I digress. All right, anyway, thank you for ruining my freaking outro line. But anyway, like I said, rock on and rock hard with your cock out. If you're not down with us, we got 3 words for you. Like I said, fuck you, man. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you again next time. Peace. Ha! Go Niners. Bang, bang. Niner gang. See you guys.